Welcome to Talkback Live Flashback. This is a previous show from Thursday, December 22nd, 2022. This is episode 157. Relax and enjoy the show.
The following may contain strong opinionated views. The views and opinions expressed on this show does not necessarily reflect the views or the opinions of any social media or broadcast platform.
Hi, welcome to Talk Back Live, a show that gets you involved in live conversation and sports with Brian Camp on Sports Update, bringing you the latest developments in today's world of sports. And now here's your host, Frank Allan.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and a pleasant night to each and every one of you in your different time zones around the world and across the country. It's Thursday. It's 5 p.m. on the East Coast. On the West Coast, it's 8 p.m. on the East Coast right here. We've got Friday morning in London at 1 a.m. and it's Friday morning in Tokyo, Japan at 10 a.m. Hi, everybody. Welcome once again. We're here for another edition of Talk Back Live. We're coming to you live from New York City. That's where we originate, and we will be with you for the whole hour. And those of you who are here for the very first time, this is how the show goes. All right. We invite everyone, and everyone is invited. Even if you're here for the first time, you're just as good as anyone else. What happens here is I start the show as the host. We come along and you can talk to us live. You can come in and conversate with the rest of us. You can make your own conversation. I will see you right there on the big screen as you come in, and I will entertain all of your thoughts, suggestions, and ideas. And of course, if you'd like to get in contact with me personally later on in the program, I have information on how you can do that. But in the meantime, this is how we do it. And we thank each and every one of you because we're coming to you live, as I said, and we're coming to you from three different sources. We're coming to you live on Facebook, we're on YouTube, and live on Instagram right now as we speak. So pick your choice. Anywhere you want to go, that's where we be. And those of you who are watching us on Facebook, take the opportunity right now to tag all of your friends while they're out there. You know, they'll see your tag, and they'll tag on that information when that pop-up comes along with them. They'll tag it and they'll jump right here with us. They'll see you, they'll see me, they'll see everyone else here, and they can do the same thing as everyone else is doing, talk live and have a great conversation with us. For those of you who are watching us on YouTube, don't forget to check out my YouTube channel, subscribe to it, because this way you'll have the opportunity to know when we come on live, or even if we so much as post something like a video or a photo or something like that. That information will come up, you'll be notified, and you can go right to the actual channel and see it right there. Because a lot of people, when they watch the show, sometimes they might forget when it's on. But if you happen to be on and you're already a subscriber to YouTube and you get the information, you say, there it is. Oh, he's on the air now. Just pop right in. They'll take you right to us. And those of you who are watching us on Instagram, thank you so much for being along with us. All you have to do is follow us each week, and no problems there. And don't forget, all of the opinions and the thoughts and the view of this station or this particular show, Talk Back Live, does not necessarily reflect the view or the opinion from the people from Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Zoom, and other broadcast facilities. So thank you so much for being along with us. And as I said, one full hour. Now, if you can't spend the whole entire hour, whatever time you could spend with us will be appreciated. But I hope it's the case that you could actually stay with us for the next hour. And who knows, you might like it. You might like it. And here we are. And this, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, we meet back here next Thursday. We meet back here next Thursday. We are practically coming into a brand new year. But first of all, Christmas is right around the corner. It's Sunday. This Sunday. Yeah, this Sunday, Christmas Day, which is a weird time for Christmas to come on, right? On a Sunday. And so far, I don't know about you, but so far the holiday doesn't even seem like the holiday. Maybe because of the fact that Christmas falls on a Sunday. Now, if it had fall on maybe another day, like, let's say in the middle of the week or something like that, Tuesday, Wednesday is one of those weekdays, it would probably seem that way. But Sunday is Sunday, and it'll just feel like Sunday, at least for now. That's what it feels like right now. Now, for those of you who didn't finish your Christmas shopping, well, you got a couple more days left. You got today, tomorrow, and you have also Saturday. You know, make it quick for Saturday. So, and do it early Saturday, because under the tree, you want to make sure you get everything under the tree. Now, I'm gonna pull that back a little bit, because as you already heard on the news already, that most of the nation is going to get some really, really bad weather. There's a lot of snow in different places. I mean, feet and feet of snow piled up. Now, it may not happen in your area, but it's going to be a lot of, here in New York, we're getting a lot of rain. Right now, as we speak, it's raining outside, but that's not even the finish. They're just getting started right now. We're supposed to be getting a lot of rain all day tomorrow. And of course, you know, tomorrow and then Saturday, when Saturday comes around, it'll clear out, but it's going to be like frigid cold, real cold. And so they're trying to say, you know, batten down the hatches. That's the word, batten down the hatches, you know, because if you are fortunate enough to escape the snow, then that's good too, but you'll get a lot of rain. I'm going to check in with Brian, by the way. Brian will be here because we do the usual thing, what we call a sports update. That's part of his show. He's coming on in a few minutes from now, and he's going to bring us the latest developments in today's world of sports. And of course, there's a lot for him to talk about. And of course, while we're at it, we're going to find out what the weather's like in Charlotte, because, you know, every time I check with him, whatever his weather is there, then I can't expect something, maybe not exactly like that, but something similar, you know. But I'm pretty sure they got a lot of rain. And most of the country, as I said, is going to get a lot of rain. It's going to be a big storm. So if you're in one of those areas where you have to clean up your snow, I don't envy you at all at this particular point. I really don't. But things have to be done. You have to do that. But, you know, whatever it is, get ready. You know, a lot of people, I'm pretty sure, went shopping, went to the hardware stores and loaded up on the salt. And they're getting their machinery ready to just drive the snow away from their walkways and the garage and, you know, the garage ramps and everything, you know, all that snow coming in. So just be prepared for it. And of course, the supermarkets, I'm pretty sure by now, they probably cleared out on a lot of things, because people are digging up and getting their food like squirrels. Gotta dig up everything, just dig up everything and store it. So when you're locked in for at least a day or so, you know, at least you'll have whatever you need, you know, your food and whatever you need. But the key is to stay warm. And for you deadbeat landlords, this is a time for you to get your name back in shape. If you're a deadbeat landlord, this is a good time to get your act together and a good time to prove yourself. Give your tenants the sufficient amount of heat that's required by law. Give them that. Make sure everything is warm, the building is warm. And because, you know, if you don't do that and they start complaining more, the judge is going to make you live under the same conditions. So deadbeat tenants, no, deadbeat landlords, I should say, take care of your tenants. And I hope everybody stays warm in this cold weather. So whatever you have to do to stay warm, go out and just do it. Just make sure that if you need a little extra hot chocolate or soup or whatever it is that you have to warm the body, go out and get it before it's too late. People are canceling flights as well. A lot of people are canceling flights. Maybe people are traveling. A lot of people have canceled their flights going wherever they originally were supposed to go. Or some people have the foresight enough to see that maybe they should change their schedule and go earlier than they normally would have supposed to go, you know, because a lot of, as we speak right now, there's a lot of airports that are crowded and a lot of flights are being canceled and delays as well. So if I were you, before you go on to that flight, Hopefully, a lot of people made your destinations already. Hopefully you did. I hope you did. But those of you who haven't, I think this is the time. What you ought to do is make sure that you download your airline app, the flight that you're going to go with. Download that and get updates on cancellations and delays before you even leave the house, and find out, if whenever you can't fly, or if they delay or cancel flights that you're supposed to be on. And of course, I hope you think about getting your money or getting a refund, or maybe getting comped for the next flight around. So there's a lot of things happening. People are still traveling for Christmas, but I just have to give it to people. People don't let things like this stop them. They find ways to get around it. And I hope that, that if you're making a flight, if you're there, God bless you. If you're on your way, I hope you get there on time, get there safe, and no problems. But me, I'm going to stay here in the good old New York area and just weigh out the storm that's coming through here. And like everybody's getting it. So I hope that this helps you out, before you take that flight, check it out. It's crazy. Anyway, just in case you're just joining us, the name of the show is called Talk Back Live. My name is Frank Allan, and I am with you and will continue to be with you for the next hour. We'll be here for the entire hour. And we want you to stay along with us because there's so much to talk about and a lot of things to do. And I had, let me see if I can find it now. I had something here that I was supposed to get. Let me see if I can find it. See if I can relocate it. I had a script here. I don't know what happened to my script. I had it and I lost it. So I'm going to dig back into it and see where we are, because where's the script called the Talk Back Live? Where is it? Is it here? Is it here? Let me see. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, we got it. We reclaimed it. We got it. No problem. We got it. Okay, so here's a little bit news in the entertainment field I wanted to talk to you about. It's all entertainment. The 1950s rock and roll Charlie Grace. Now, a lot of you may not remember him. If you're not a baby boomer and you don't remember the 50s, but he was a rock and roll of the 1950s, and I used to play his records a lot. Charlie Gracie was his name, who had the hit, #1 hit, with his recording of Butterfly in 1956. Also, a tune called Fabulous in 1957. He passed away last Saturday at the age of 86 years old. Charlie Gracie, I don't know if he was influenced by him, but his songs, if you listen to his music, he sounded a lot like Elvis Presley. And a lot of those rock stars back in those days, Elvis had some kind of influence over them. And so they kind of try to sound like them a little bit. I don't know if he was really trying to sound like them, but he did sound like Elvis a little bit. Anyway, he was a great recording artist. And if you remember that record, You Butterfly, I'm Gonna Clip Your Wings, Your Flying Is Through, 1956 was the year for that. And of course, so Fabulous. And they both sound like Elvis Presley back in 1957. So he passed away. We want to send all of our greetings and our thoughts and our prayers out to everyone who knew him, who loved him, who played his records like I did, and all of his fans who remember him. I don't expect for those of you who are much younger to remember it, but I'm pretty sure that if you go on YouTube and punch in his name, and look at whatever he recorded, there's a tune called Butterfly and Fabulous, and you listen to that, it's there, it should be there. So anyway, that's our thoughts and ideas for him today. Also, in the world of entertainment, and I just got this piece of information just before I came on the air tonight, actress Tori Spelling was hospitalized for dizziness and trouble breathing. Now, that's all the information I got so far. Now, I don't know, maybe they'll release more information about it, what happened, how she got there. Evidently, she's going to be fine. Evidently, she's feeling good enough because she was on Twitter. She tweeted everything out to her fans. And so, and that just tells me that's a good sign. But we continue to keep our fingers crossed for her, keep praying. Tori Spelling, as you already know, is the daughter of the legendary Aaron Spelling, who created a lot of those great shows like let's see, the show that she was on years ago, 91210 or something like that. Something like that. It goes back a long way. And so he was the creator of that and a lot of other shows. And he goes way back. He's no longer with us, but that's his daughter. And she followed in daddy's footsteps and decided that she wanted to be an actress. And there she was. Now, I haven't heard from her in a long time as far as her acting goes. I'm not sure she's doing a lot of work right now. I don't know. That's something I'm going to be looking up and finding out and see, if we have that information, if we can get that information out to you. But right now, I don't know that she's working right now. Anyway, I am going to take you over to Charlotte, North Carolina right now, because we're going to go over there and find out, first of all, what the weather is like, as if I didn't know. Brian Camp with the latest developments in today's world of sports. Brian, we've got a lot of rain right now, and we're just getting started.
Well, we had a lot of rain, but today the rain stopped. I was able to go ice skating and snuggleboarding, whatever that is, or tubing or tubbing. Doing my grandpa duties and everything. Yeah. School is out, as you know, but it was raining yesterday and most of today, and slightly drizzling right now. But we're supposed to have tomorrow all day and into the night heavy gusts of winds. That's going to be a problem. That's going to interfere with my smoking my food and everything. But as a good smoker, we smoke in all types of weather, so that doesn't stop anything. We just might be it may take longer to cook, but this is what it is. And where this weather's coming from, I don't know, but it is wintertime, so it's supposed to be cold, but of course our winter is a little bit different from the people up north. So but it's gonna be 42, 45 degrees today. I mean, it was that today and tomorrow will be the same, but it's going to be heavy gusts of wind coming up for the next 24 hours. So we're going to brace ourselves. We don't expect anything to break, but just going to be heavy wind. So, but that's what it is. Good evening to you and to everybody out there that's listening. As the holiday is fastly approaching, well, the holiday started for Thanksgiving, and it continues on because there's only 4 weeks apart between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And so we're ready to start Christmas coming up on Sunday. And then the following week is the brand new year, 2023. But we got business here to take care of. And I know that the airports are reporting a lot of delays already, a lot of delays. So that's where we're at right now. And if you have to catch a flight, better if you're trying to leave out early, you better leave early wherever you're going to do. If you're driving, make time, make the preparation, especially in New York City. It's probably already gridlock already, where everything is at a standstill. I remember working during that time around coming down Fifth Avenue. You could be on a one block for like 10 minutes. And it's a lot of tourists and foreigners coming in to be around the greatest city in the world, New York City. You could Rockefeller Center, where the ice skaters are at, and so it's going to be hectic. But let me get to sports. In the NBA, we got 5 basketball games on Christmas Day. Five NBA games. You can't get any better than this. The first game starts at 12 noon. You're going to have the Philadelphia 76ers visiting Madison Square Garden, the mecca of all arenas, against the Knicks. That's going to be at 12 o'clock on ABC, ESPN. Check your listings. Then at 2:30 is the LA Lakers versus the Dallas Mavericks. Then at 5 o'clock is the Milwaukee Bucks traveling to Beantown, the Boston Celtics at the Boston Garden. And then at 8 o'clock, you got the Memphis Grizzlies against the world champion Golden State Warriors, who are having their problems. And at the last game is going to be at 10:30. The Phoenix Suns will be traveling to Denver to play against the Denver Nuggets. That's going to be at 10:30. All these games are on the ABC ESPN app, so check your listings. But 5 games, it can't get any better than that on Christmas Day. All the jollies, all the eggnog, and all the funs and festivities that you could imagine. So just sit back on Sunday and just enjoy. The San Antonio Spurs coach Greg Popovich is among with 4 other Hall of Fame nominees of former players to be inducted into Basketball Hall of Fame. Coach Popovich, like I said, is the coach of the San Antonio Spurs, is the NBA's all-time winningest. He's won more games than any other coach in the history of the game. Also on the ballot, first time is Dirk Nowitzki, who used to play for the Dallas Mavericks. Tony Parker, who used to play for the San Antonio Spurs. Pau Gasol, and Dwayne Wade. It's amazing. Basketball has changed so much. It's so international now. Dirk Nowitzki is from Germany. Tony Parker is from Spain. And Pau Gasol is also from Spain. And Dwayne Wade is from here. Dwayne Wade is the husband of actress Gabrielle Union. Yes, Gabrielle Union. That's my heartthrob, Gabrielle Union. But Dwayne Wade took her away from me, so I'm happy for him. He has a good woman. So the full class of the Hall of Fame will be for 2023 will be announced at the Final Four, the NCAA Final Four in Houston, April 1st. The enshrinement weekend will be August 11th through the 13th, as the festivities will begin for the newcomers. Baseball. Aaron Judge is back in the news. He is named the 16th captain of the New York Yankees. So congratulations to Aaron Judge. National Football League. Sad news. As you probably heard about it this week, Franco Harris, Hall of Fame football great, running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers, was known as the part of this famous catch called the Immaculate Reception. That's when the game was about sealed. When the Oakland Raiders was about to win, Terry Bradshaw threw a pass across his body in the waning seconds of the game, caught the ball. The ball hit off somebody else's helmet. Franco Harris, it bounced and it flew backwards. But he was right there. Franco Harris was right there, caught the ball before it hit the ground, and he ran it back for a touchdown. And Pittsburgh Steelers won that miracle game. And that's why it's called, to this very day, it's called the Immaculate Reception. Now, how it comes up, now Friday is the 50th anniversary of that catch. So, and his number was going to be retired on Saturday, on Christmas Eve. It's just such amazing how you just never know about life. He had an interview with Chris Mad Dog Russo. He's a popular sports announcer here in the New York area. He was interviewed like around 3:30 on that Tuesday before he died, or that Monday or so. And the next morning when they woke up, he found out that he passed away. It's so sad. He died overnight Wednesday morning, and Tuesday, like I said, they had an interview with him, a couple of people, and to wake up to know that he had passed away was just such a shock. He was a gentleman. There's a statue out there in front of the Pittsburgh Steelers home of him reaching down, catching the ball before it hits the ground. So they're going to pay tribute to him. They was going to do that regardless, but knowing that he passed away, no cause of death, but they're going to do a tribute to him. There's 3 games for Christmas Day too. So football and basketball is going to have a lot of sports. for Christmas Day. There's 3 games. The first game is Green Bay. The Green Bay Packers will travel to beautiful, warm, hot weather Miami to play against the Miami Dolphins. That game is at 1 o'clock on Fox Sports. Then the next game is at 4:30. The Denver Broncos will travel to Los Angeles to play against the LA Rams. That game will be at 4:30. Is that the Rams or the Chargers? Because they both share the same field. That game will be on CBS at 4:30. And the last game, the late game, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be going to Arizona. It will be hot weather, warm weather in those 3 cities. Be going to Arizona, and that game will be at kickoff would be at 8:20 on NBC. So there you have it. Lots of sports. So if you plan to stay home to enjoy your Christmas feast, stay home. Stay behind the TV. What I'm going to do is I'm going to search for the March of the Wooden Soldiers. I have yet to see it. So my streak of 60 years is in jeopardy because I had not seen it. I never missed a year, but I'm going to find it. I'm going to find the March of the Wooden Soldiers, and I'm going to see it. Maybe hopefully I get a King Kong movie out of this, but I'm gonna find it. I missed it for Thanksgiving, but I'm not gonna miss it for Christmas. I already saw Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeers and the Frosty Snowman. I already saw that, bringing up my childhood, but I'll find it. This day in sports, December 22nd, 1982. The 1 millionth point, NBA point was scored. 1969, Pistol Pete Maverick sets an NCAA record of hitting 30 or 31 foul shots. Was foul a lot of times. He went to the free throw line and sank 30 or 31 shots. 1995, David Cone signs a $19.5 million 3-year contract with, of course, the New York Yankees. They sign everybody. They just buy championships. And in 19 something, I don't have the year, it escapes me. The New Orleans Saints wide receiver Michael Thomas sets the NFL record for most catches in a single season with 144. This day in sports, also on birthdays, Matty Alou was born. Matty Alou's brothers are Felipe and Jesus Alou. I got them on my wall, all 3 of them, and they're standing right next to one another. The Alou brothers. But Matty Alou was born in Haina, Dominican Republic, 1944. Major League Hall of Famer and 4-time Cy Young Awarder Steve Carlton was born in Miami, Florida. 1948, Steve Garvey, Major League Baseball player, mainly played for the LA Dodgers, was born in Tampa, Florida. And in 1955, Lonnie Smith, Major League Baseball outfielder, was born in Chicago, Illinois. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is sports on a very dreary, cold, raining day here in the Queen City of Charlotte, North Carolina.
And for those of anyone who care, and I know you don't, Brian, but as we speak right now, on Fox, Thursday Night Football, Jacksonville Jaguars, they're playing the New York Jets.
Yes, they are playing right now.
Playing right now.
Right, but we don't want to tell. But we don't want to tell anybody because we don't want them to switch away from being on the show here. So,
you're not missing anything right now. The only thing that's happening right now, the Jets are up by 3 right now. They scored 3 points already.
Yeah, the Jets need this game too. Yeah. They need that game. Yeah.
And also good news too with the Yankees. I mean, you mentioned the Yankees, but I got some good news I like to share about with the Yankees is that we got a new captain. Captain Aaron Judge.
I just announced it. Yeah.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah. Well, when the show was over, you could hear it on the playback.
Okay.
Yeah. I said he's the 16th captain for the New York Yankees.
Yeah, that's true.
Aaron Judge. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's fine. That's fine.
Did you? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I want to ask you a question when you finish. Go ahead.
No, I was wondering if you knew that Derek Jeter went with Gabrielle Union. Did you know that? They dated?
Oh, he did, huh?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
So
Oh.
you're one of the unlucky men.
He's a slickster, that Derek Jeter.
That was before he was married, folks.
Okay.
That was before he was married. That was a long time ago.
What I wanted to ask you, if you could find when the next time the March of the Wooden Soldiers come on from now until Christmas Day, before the year's out, I have to see March of the Wooden Soldiers.
Well, I don't know in your area when it comes on. I know it comes on here on our local station, one of our local stations.
It's still probably coming on PIX, right?
Yeah, I know.
I could get PIX down here.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I just don't know when the time is or when it's
I
going
have
to be.
2 versions of that movie: a colorized version, a black and white version of it.
I'd rather have the black and white version.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I love original black and white movies. It's just something about it that I just love. It's nostalgia.
Yeah.
It's just so much fun to watch. Yes.
What's your favorite part of that movie?
The March of the Wooden Soldiers. My favorite part of that is when they was at Boogie Land, as they call it, and there was no hope for the kids, and then Laurel and Hardy decided, hey, we're getting defeated, but then they looked and they saw the soldiers just standing there, and out of nowhere, they just start pushing buttons on from the back, and then the music start. You know, that marching music.
Yeah.
Until this very day, at 60 years old, I still get chills of that moment. I know it's an old movie. It's only an hour and 15 minutes, but it's history. It's something that's great, and I love it. I don't mind watching it again. I can watch it over and over again.
Yeah, that was my favorite part. Was when they were in work, when they got to work late. And he goes, "Good morning, master." What do you mean, good morning?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For some reason, I just like that evil guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The evil guy. Yeah. Classic. It's just simply classic, you know. I could stay home all day and watch black and white movies.
Yeah.
In rainy weather, so I don't have a problem with that. So
well, thank God for Turner Classic Movies, and I have some movies to talk about later on in the program. Okay, so we'll catch you here tomorrow then, right?
Be here tomorrow, yes.
Okay, we'll wrap it up before you get to your Christmas celebration, and we'll see you then.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
Take care of yourself. That was Brian Camp, ladies and gentlemen, with the latest developments in today's world of sports on Sports Update. And as I said, he will be here tomorrow at starting the 2020 feature, 20 past the hour. He will be here. And that's his part of the 2020 feature. And 22 the hour, DJ Pete will be here. And he'll have information on entertainment and reciting all of those birthdays of people of notoriety who are celebrating birthdays within that week or the surrounding week. That's all coming up tomorrow, right here where you are right now. So don't forget to join us. That's tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And we thank you so much for being with us. Just in case you're just joining us, the name of the show is called Talk Back Live. That's the name of the show, called Talk Back Live. And just in case you're just joining us, we're here every Thursday between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern. So our time is Eastern. Your time may be Central or Pacific or Mountain, right? Depending. Okay. And so make sure that you catch us here each week. We would love to have you. And if you have anything to say, by all means, we're here. It's open forum. That's why we call it Talk Back Live, because it's open forum. And of course, we'd love to have you aboard with us each week. And if you have anything to say, of course, we'll entertain your thoughts and ideas. And that's the way we do it. Okay, shall we start? Let's get started. As we do each week, we talk about what's happening on this day in history. And here we go. On this day in history in 1932, The Mummy, directed by Carl Freewood. How do you spell that? That's Freund. Freund. Carl Freehan. And Boris Karloff was the star of that show. He was the Mummy. That was released in the USA. And The Mummy was the first horror film. On this day in history, 1937, the Lincoln Tunnel under the on the Hudson River opens to traffic connecting Weehawken, New Jersey to Midtown Manhattan. And that's in New York City. On this day in history, 1948, KPIX-TV, Channel 5 in San Francisco, California, and a CBS station begins broadcasting. On this day in history in 1958, the Chipmunk song with Alvin, Theodore, and Simon and David Seville, right? It reached #1 back in 1958. Back in 1961, American comedian Lenny Bruce is convicted of obscenity. Back in 1967, The Graduate, an American comedy drama filmed by Mike Nichols and starred Dustin Hoffman and Anne Bancroft, that premiered that year. In 1974, the Provisional Irish Republican Army bombed the house or the home of former UK Prime Minister Edward Heath. And that was just before announcing Christmas crossfire, or ceasefire, I should say. Back in 1975, the President Gerald Ford signs the Emergency Policy and Conservation Act. On this day in history, 1976, Your Arms Are Too Short to Box with God, the musical that opened at the Lensim Theater in New York City for about 429 performances. Back in 1984, Madonna's Like a Virgin, that single reached #1 for 6 weeks. And the year 2010, the repeal of the Don't Ask, Don't Tell 17-year-old policy banning gays serving openly in the US military signed into law by President Barack Obama. Back in 1945, newscaster Diane Sawyer from 60 Minutes and ABC Primetime was born on this day in Glasgow, Kentucky. Also, Maurice Bee Gee. Well, he wasn't Bee Gee, but he was Maurice Gibbs from the group Bee Gees, along with his brother Robin Gibbs, who were born the same day. They were 6 years different, though. They weren't twins, 6 years different. The youngest one was born December 22nd, 1949. And he was born in Douglas, Isles of Man. And he died January 12, 2003, at the age of 53 from cardiac arrest. And his brother Robin, who, as I already said, was born the same day, but a different year, he died May 20th, 2012 at the age of 62 from colon and liver cancer. Actor Ralph Fiennes was born December 22nd on this day, 1962, right? This day, 1962. And he was born in Ipswich, Suffolk, England. He's 60 years old today. In 1936, filmmaker Billy Wilder weds first wife, Judith Kopikos. In 1980, actor Martin Short weds comic actress Nancy Dolman. Back then, that's true. What year was that? 2000, the year 2000, right? Did I get that right? No, that was 1980. Okay, now the year 2000, Madonna weds film director Guy Ritchie in Scotland. In 2007, comedian Jimmy Fallon weds Hollywood producer Nancy Giovanni on Necker Island in the Caribbean. In 2006, Grey's Anatomy actress Sandra Oh divorced director Alexander Payne after 5 years of marriage. And in 1995, actress Butterfly McQueen from Gone with the Wind dies in a fire at the age of 84 years old. And in her later life, I got to know her, Butterfly McQueen. She was one of the legends, one of the African-American legends, the one with the high-pitched voice, right? Butterfly McQueen. In 1998, Virginia Graham, who was an American TV personality, died at the age of 86. And finally, singer Joe Cocker died on this day in 2014 at the age of 70 years old from lung cancer. And he was born May 20th, 1944 in Sheffield, England. And that's this day in history. And those of you who may know something else about what happened in this day in history that I don't know about, and you'd like to relay it to me, convey it to me, and I can convey it to everyone else, please do that. Be part of the show and do that. Name of the show, once again, Talk Back Live. Frank Allan here. I'm with you until the top of the hour, as we hear every Thursday with, of course, sports, which you have heard Brian Cam do. If you missed them tonight, you'll see him tomorrow morning as well. Okay, those of you who want to get in contact with me personally. Now, a lot of people, you know, you watch the show and some of you may say hello, chime in, and I say hello back. I just want to say hello to you guys right now. And you want to indulge in conversation along with me, you can do that. Now, a lot of people don't. They like to sit back, which a lot of people are doing now. They sit back and be idle about it. But they may want to ask something about the show or say hello in another different way. You can contact me personally. I have my email address and my telephone number. And I will give you my email address first. That's frankallanprod@aol.com. That's frankallanprod@aol.com. Don't forget to spell Allan, A-L-L-A-N, as opposed to E-N. A-L-L-A-N. Prod is P-R-O-D. That's short for productions. frankallanprod@aol.com. That's frankallanprod@aol.com. Or you may call 641-715-3900, extension 467-134. That's 641-715-3900, extension 467-134. And you may want to get in contact with us just to say hi, or maybe you have questions about the show, or maybe suggestions about the show, or anything like that. Feel free. It's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. That phone number and email, and do it anytime you want. And you can call. When you call, you can leave a message. And if you need someone to get back to you, we will certainly be able to do that for you. Okay. So there you have it. There you have it. So we did On This Day in History, did all of that. And so everything is fine. Everything is fine. Here's the thing. Now, a lot of you people talked about, and I hear a lot of people talk about this thing that we call social media. Social media. And speaking of social media, the latest thing on social media is Twitter. You know that, right? Everybody's talking about Twitter. And everyone is talking about Elon Musk, who, by the way, is the owner of Twitter. He's a man that spent $44 million, somewhere in that area, $44 billion, I should say, $44 billion for this conglomerate. And so the news on the street now is that he's going to step down as CEO. And he said he is stepping down as CEO. And here is his words. Here is his words. Soon as I can find someone foolish enough to take the job. If you're looking for a job and you're foolish, there's a job opening at Twitter. And your position will be CEO. So you have to be foolish to take this job. What did I just say? You have to be foolish to take this job. And that could go anywhere. That can go both ways, right? That could go both ways. You have to be foolish to take the job. You could be foolish to take the job, or you could be foolish to take the job. It can go either way. Anyway, the job is open in case anyone is interested. He wants to find someone foolish enough to take the job. So he's stepping down. Now, you know, I mean, the way he put it, I mean, it's so arrogant. You know, the arrogance of this man. I couldn't, you know, the thing that gets me is I can't understand how someone can spend that kind of money on something and you know something, I have to say this. I believe, and no one said this is what I'm saying. I already did my disclaimer already. So I'm clear to say what I want. All right. I just have a feeling if I say it, he may kick me off of Twitter. Oh no, he can't do that. I left. I left. So you can't kick me off. I left. All right. Anyway, I think, in my opinion, I think he was taken for a ride with this thing. I mean, what do you think? What do you think? I mean, then before he purchased Twitter, what do you think its worth was? Was it really $44 billion? I don't know. Unless I'm missing something, Twitter worth $44 billion. Until someone can prove that to me, or so someone could come up with the results of that, I think he was taken for a ride. And not only I think he has been taken for a ride, but now that he purchased it, he has no idea what he's doing. He has no idea what he's doing. You know, what does he do? He wants to treat his workers like slaves. You know, they have to sit, you know, he opens up rooms for them so they don't have to go home. They could stay there. They could eat and sleep right there. I hope he's providing them with food, you know. I mean, $44 billion, you know. I don't know how many people stuck with that job after they learned that they had to do that. I don't know. I'm not sure. Some people did. Some people just said, no, I'm not going to do it. And I'm leaving and I'm finding another job or whatever. You know, you can do those things, you know. But I think, I just believe he was really taken for a ride with this thing. And as I said, I don't believe that he knows what he's doing. And maybe that's why he wants to pass it off. But by the way, he's still going to have hands-on action within the company still. I think he's going to be running the shop or with the people or whatever it is, but I'm not sure why he would drop his CEO to someone else and then just, I guess the title, his title will be "Make Others' Life Miserable While Working for Me." You can't kick me off Twitter. You can't kick me off Twitter. I left. But maybe his friend may kick me off over here. You know, these guys have friends. These guys are social media. But this is a place of freedom of speech. Now, this thing of freedom of speech, it's a touchy situation because some people use it wisely and some people use it destructively. You know, so maybe, just maybe, if he hears this, maybe he's going to call his friend. I don't know if they're friends. I don't know if they're friends, but on Facebook, and I'm not sure the owners of YouTube. I'm not sure of them just yet. I have to research that. It seems like I should know that, right? It seems like I should know that. But anyway, it's going to be fascinating to see how this whole thing spins. You know, how it's going to end if he drops some CEO and gets a foolish man or female. You have to be foolish, by the way. Did I tell you that? That's part of the job. You have to be foolish to take the job. So if you're foolish enough to take the job, you got it. Go there. And don't tell them I sent you, though. All right. I'm only reading what I see here, what was on the news, you know. But anyway, a lot of people have dropped out. And the thing about I think it's going to go down the tube eventually. But the thing about Twitter, with all of the nice people that were on Twitter, and I'm pretty sure there's still more nice people there that decided, well, we're going to hang around for a while to see what happens. Don't know a lot of people there. But all of the people, all of the trolls, all of the racist people that were kicked off initially are back on. And hey, he's a champion. He's supposed to be the champion for free speech. You know, this is gonna hit, as when he first purchased Twitter, he said this is gonna be a beacon for free speech. But if you say anything bad about his country or his company or bad about him, you're gone. You're gone. That's why I say he can't kick me off. I'm gone. I left. There's nothing you can do about it. Do I have any intentions of going back there? No. And if someone would ask me, what about if he sold it to someone else And they brought Twitter back to where it was before. Would you go back? I would have to say no. And I'll tell you why. Because in the first place, I really never used Twitter that much. I only use it for a professional thing, like when I post things and maybe like post this show. I used to post this show and the coffee hour on Twitter each week after it aired. I don't really need Twitter because I don't really say a lot. I was mostly, when it came to Twitter, I was mostly an observer, or I would get news from them. I would reach out to some people out there. They put out some good news or something newsworthy that I could use on the show. Obviously, I could still do that, but I don't worry about posting because I'm not there anymore. And how do I know that 345/666 Beast Incarnate is on there? Because I saw it. I went and I saw it. He's not posting anything just yet. And let's see, who else is back there? Oh, the crazy lady. What's the crazy lady's name? Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's back, but I don't think she's posting anything. But they can if they want. They're back. They're all back. And of course, the other trolls, the other racist trolls, they're all back. They're all back. And for me to be surrounded by all of that, I say, I don't think so. I don't think so. So, you know, like they always say, there's something for everyone. And so Twitter, there's something for everyone. There's a platform for everyone, you know. I mean, you got Fox News, they got Twitter. I don't know where else is next. I don't know where, to be honest with you, I don't even know where social media is actually going these days. I mean, sometimes you could be kicked off of a certain platform for something that you didn't do. Now, I got to tell you something. I might have mentioned this before, but I was kicked off Twitter just before I was decided I was going to leave. I was kicked off Twitter, and I didn't even know why. And they said you are permanently relieved from Twitter, and I didn't know why. So I wrote back to them, not expecting to get any answer, to find out exactly what I did or what I said, to at least inform me of what I did or what I said. They were nice enough to get back to me, and they said it was a mistake. And then they put me back on. But then after all of that, after thinking about that, and after seeing what I'm seeing now, I decided I was going to leave. And I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. A lot of named people have left Twitter. Some stayed, some left. And I read some last week. I think it was Whoopi Goldberg was one of them. Elton John was another. Actress Taya Leone was one of them. A few other people have got up and left. Whether they come back or not, I don't know. There was one entertainer that left and then came back. And it's a she, but I'm not going to mention any names. You know, it was a she. And I don't know if she's still there or not. She left and then she came back. I don't know, to each his own, and you can do it that way anyway, but the arrogance, you ever notice that these billionaires are so arrogant, you know, that they think they can do anything they want to do. And you're right. And you're right. Elon Musk is his show, and it's his private company, and they can do anything they want. So yes, I give them that. You know, they can do anything they want. They could if you post a picture and your hair is not combed right, he can take you right off of there. It's private. It's a private company, so he can do whatever he wants. You know, but good luck, wherever your endeavors are. You know, so there you go. And folks, the Ways and Means Committee voted to release 6 years of 345/666 Beast Incarnate tax returns. All right. And you know something, the other thing that came up that I learned yesterday too, that the IRS failed to audit him his last term in the office. So the IRS, I don't know, you're slipping. You're slipping. But yeah, so they get the tax. Now, whether or not they're going to be releasing them to the public, I think they will. I think they will. As you already know, they have documents that they from January 6th, those documents, they released those. Last time I looked back, they were in the process of releasing everything. I don't know where it stands right now, obviously, because I'm on the air, but I will find out. And I will report back to you tomorrow on that. But yeah, they audit, and you know something, I would love to see those tax returns. I want to take a look at that. You know, the man is desperate. The man is desperate, so desperate to the point, so desperate to the point where he's selling those baseball cards. I mean, not baseball cards. They call them, I don't use the names. I'll call them 345/66 Beast Incarnate cards. You know, not real cards. And you have to pay $99 to get them. Did you see that promo? Did you see that commercial that he did? He has, I have a big announcement to make. And everybody's rearing back and wondering what this big announcement is going to make. We already know that he made the announcement that he's running for office for another term. We already know that. So what is the big news now? We've got big news. I have important news to make. Flash. We've got a flash. Years ago, they used to call them, when you listen to radio or TV, it's a bulletin. We've got a bulletin. They don't call them bulletin. It's breaking news now. Bulletin. I am going to be selling these cards, and you'll like them, and you can win a prize. And the prize would be having dinner with me. Have dinner with me. I don't know. He says, I don't know if that's a good prize or not, but that's what we have. You have dinner with me. Now, you know, if you believe that you're going to actually sit at the table with him, forget about it. You'll probably be in the same room, but you're not going to sit at his table. But there are people who are going to be buying it. People are going to be buying it. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I urge you, again, when you vote, please use your head. Use your head. Okay. It's time to give you all of those movies, Turner Classic movies that you love so much. And we've got them for you. I have a couple of them, just 2 this week. And of course, this is what I do each week, because I like to add on to movies that you particularly like. And they're all classics. Now, Brian, I hope you're out there listening to this. I didn't want to say it while we were talking together, but here's a movie that I think you're going to like. This goes back to 1934. It's called Babes in Toyland. Now, Babes in Toyland is March of the Wooden Soldiers, but they just named it this way, Babes in Toyland, 1934, Laurel and Hardy, and that's coming on Turner Classic Movies this Sunday, but it comes on in the AM, so you have to wake up really early for that. This Sunday, Christmas Day. So maybe you'll get a chance to see it on my local station that you say you can pick up and watch it on Turner Classic Movies. Because on Turner Classic Movies, you don't get the commercials, so I think you're going to want to watch it on Turner Classic Movies. It's called Babes in Toyland, but it's really March of the Wooden Soldiers. That's Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And then we go back to 1960, and it's a movie called The Apartment with Jack Lemmon, Fred McMurray, and Shirley MacLaine. That's also on Sunday. And you can check that out Christmas Day, Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern. If you're going to church and you don't think you'll get back from church on time, you can also DVD all of these. You can, or DVR, I should say, right? You can DVR all of these, right? And you can watch them at your own time. And don't forget, if you go to Turner Classic Movies and you scroll, there may be other movies that you might like that I didn't mention, but these are my picks of the week. You can go there and check them out. They'll go down the line, go to Turner Classic Movies, go down the line, scroll down, scroll through, and you'll see more movies. You might see them. But these are my picks of the week. And also there's movie on demand, a lot of movies that you may like. You can watch the free movies. And of course, you can also watch paid movies, pay-per-view movies. A lot of them, they're right there. So check them out. So let me go over it again, ladies and gentlemen. Brian, you're listening. Babes in Toyland, Laurel and Hardy, March of the Wooden Soldiers. That's Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And of course, you have The Apartment. with Jack Lemmon and Frederick Murray, along with Shirley MacLaine. That's also on Sundays. That's at 12 p.m., lunchtime Eastern. And that's right there on Turner Classic Movies. I hope you enjoyed them. Take time and check out the picks that I have for you. I think you'll like them. They're very good. Okay, Sunday, December 25th at 8:30 p.m. Yeah, Babes in Toyland. Yeah, I just told you that. Okay, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap it up for me. I will be back here tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. with the coffee hour. Brian Kent will be here with me doing his 2020 feature, 20 past the hour with sports, and 22 the hour. DJ Pete will be here with entertainment news and reciting all of those birthdays of people of notoriety in the business, and that's all coming up. And I hope you will be here tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, and it's all right here. So meet us back here. Other than that, we will be back here next week, and that'll be our final show, our final Talkback Live show for the year. Next Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, Brian Kent will be here with more sports, and of course, you and I will all be together. That's next Thursday. We'll be back, okay? In the meantime, you guys have yourself a great morning, great afternoon, good evening, and good night. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
You've been watching Talkback Live with your host, Frank Allan. The producer is Al Dale. Technical assistant, Dave Taylor. Research by Sandy Pierce. And I'm your announcer, Donna Stenke. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on Talkback Live.